And let's talk about the Batman Part 2. So I guess we can give a huge shout out to Jeff Snyder, who does the Snyder Report and all other stuff. He spilled his tea, so I want to give proper credit because a lot of people sit here running around like they wrote the goddamn story, but they didn't. But anyway, he's coming out and revealing that these rumors regarding Sebastian Stan playing Harvey Dent is not true. The fact is Brian Tyree Henry is playing Harvey Dent while Sebastian is playing Victor Zsasz. Now, for those who don't know who Victor Zsasz is, Victor Zsasz from all I remember, he premiered on Gotham, that TV show. He was bald and everything. This tracks because a couple of weeks ago, here's the thing. I kind of sensed that he wasn't playing Harvey Dent, and I'm gonna tell you why. When they show pictures of him in shape, like muscular and everything, bald head, I was like, he ain't playing Bane. We just had that. Plus, I don't think he's like big enough to be playing a Bane type of character. But when I saw pictures and stuff, I'm like, there's no way he's playing Harvey Dent. First of all, he's gonna be in a suit. Who's gonna see him looking all ripped in a suit? Like that would make no sense. That's kind of like you could have just hired the dude that plays Jack Reacher because he just looks Jack regardless to play whatever character. So that didn't make any sense. So when I looked at him, I was like, he's not playing Harvey Dent. Brian Tyree Henry playing Harvey Dent tracks because he's a phenomenal actor. I like Brian Tyree Henry. Every time he pops up in something, it's kind of like Coleman Domingo. Although I will say this, Coleman Domingo, you starting to teeter in, and I hate to say it, Pedro Pascal territory. In regards of you're starting to get a little bit overexposed. I need you to maybe take a couple of months off, or maybe a year, because you're starting to get a little too overexposed in a lot of movies. And we like the fact that we got child not. I'm gonna say we got two homosexuals out here that's popular. Pedro ain't come out yet. We're just gonna say he's a part of the community, allegedly. So, um, but yeah, and Brian Tyree Henry playing him, it makes sense. I know some people like Harvey's not playing. Well, let's get trip back down memory lane. And let's travel to 1989 when the original Batman came out, the Tim Burton one. Wasn't there a black Harvey Dent up in that movie named played by Billy D. Williams? So if y'all want to come in here with the woke mom bullshit, the Groiper stupid inbred commentary, racist, whatever you want to say, history, Google is free and it's your friend. Look it up. It exists. So we had it 30 some odd years ago. Almost 40 years because it'd be 89. Okay, we ain't need to do the math, but almost 40 years ago. So, if people want to feel a way about it, oh well, go argue with your mammy, go cry in a corner somewhere. So, I actually don't mind this. So let's get into the story. Shout out to Comic Book Movie for this. So, y'all know the movie is shrouded in secret, but yeah, Jeff Snyder basically got, I guess, some tea from some people. He won't reveal all the sources or any of the sources, but this is what he's been hearing. So, but we already talked about the Two-Face thing, so we need to go into that. Um, he also wanted to say this, which I was actually hoping. I'm glad that this is true, so let's take it with a grain of salt. But since it's Jeff Snyder, he's usually on point with a lot of stuff that he says. He said the Court of Owls is also involved in the movie's plot and says one of my sources told me that the Batman Part 2 script features some weird and interesting takes. Another claim that Reeves' use of Zsasz as the villain fits in with everyone telling me the movie is effing crazy. Now, they did say now because Scarlett Johansson and Charles Dance were also announced to be in the film, and people thought that Scarlett will be playing Gilda Dent and Charles Dance is playing Christopher Dent, and that people were like, "So how do you get Harvey Dent being black?" Well, the word is that Scarlett and Charles are playing father and daughter. They're not playing big names in the Batman universe, but more like a meld of different characters. So we don't know who they could be playing. They're playing father and daughter. They might be tied to the Court of Owls, and they're probably what they do because they do this in movies. And people get mad when they do this. Well, they take pieces of different characters from different comics and they mold it into the person, and people get mad over it. I'm like, sometimes when it comes to comics versus film, from a cinematic standpoint, when you take an amalgamation of different characters and incorporate it in your one character, because that's what people get inspired by when you make scripts. You get inspired by certain things and you incorporate all those different inspirations. And sometimes you mix it in a gumbo and it becomes one character. If you can take all these little pieces and turn it into whatever version of the character that you want to turn it into, to me, that's interesting. And the fact that some other people out here saying Victor Zaz is like a B-level character. And it's like, so y'all don't want nothing new? Y'all don't want nothing different? The fact of the matter is that you're pissed because it's a Victor Zaz. Who gives a fuck? If Matt Reeves and the other co-writer, can't remember his name, can come and make a character that y'all consider third rate, B level, and make it interesting. To me, I would rather that than y'all sit up in here and just go into your similar bag of tricks. We gotta have the Joker. We gotta have Catwoman. It's always gotta be the A team. And sometimes you can make if you've never seen a B level character, and yes, technically Victor Zsasz has premiered in other iterations, be it animation, small screen, whatever. If you can make those characters interesting, then why not do that and just take from different places and make it watchable? Cool. So who knows? Maybe their version of Victor Zsasz will be the most entertaining villain, excuse me, that we've seen on our screen in a long time. So I'm always very much try to keep myself open minded to embrace and enjoy different characters that we're not used to seeing. And I want something new and different. I don't always want the same thing with Batman. Some people just want familiarity and want the same shit over and over. And then they get mad when Hollywood goes, oh, y'all don't have no ideas. Y'all make the same thing. Oh, it's like you can't win with people. Y'all always gonna find a way to get on the internet and bitch about shit. So I'm optimistic. I'm gonna be open-minded and I'm gonna see what it is that they give us with this film. Now, also, there was a story that Jeff Snyder revealed that we might not even be getting a second season to The Penguin. He revealed this also, that he was hearing from people that they might not be moving forward with it. And I think it has to do with the fact that Colin Farrell doesn't want to sit in all that makeup, because you do know it takes a lot to sit up in hair and makeup and them transforming him into Oswald Cobblepot. And I'm sure, like, for anybody, I don't want to sit 8-9 hours in a chair and then I got another 14 or 16-hour days where I have to act in pretty much every damn scene. And it's only 8 episodes or 10 episodes, whatever, how many episodes there is. But that could take its toll on you mentally. And nobody wants to sit in all that damn makeup and hair and shit for hours on end and a fat suit. So I could totally understand. It was like, give me small little bit parts in the sequence. I don't want to basically carry the burden of all this. And to be honest, I felt like the first season enough for us that we could survive off of one season of The Penguin. I also did hear from Jeff Snyder. He said that they might be looking into doing a Poison Ivy series. I don't know how they would make that work. I don't know how they could make that, but that's what they just got to figure out. Now, if they could find a way to make Poison Ivy interesting in the context of keeping her grounded in a world like the Matt Reeves world that he's created, then I'm definitely curious to see how that all turns out when we get to that point. So, they did say there is a lot to unpack, and it seemed like all the previous rumors about the Batman Part 2 were largely incorrect. So, um, let's just say that Jeff is reporting this. Let's take it with a grain of salt. But based off of what he's saying, I kind of like the idea if they go with Victor Zsasz and the Quarter Owls and that sort of thing, that it'll be interesting. I'm definitely open to check out what this film is because I definitely love Robert Pattinson as Pattinson. I definitely like that world that Matt Reeves built, and I'm willing to go down that rabbit hole with him again with this sequel when we get it in 2027. So I'm my mind is open, my chakras, my third eye is open. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what he's going to be giving us with it when the movie is finally released in October of 2027. So in the meantime, I definitely want to hear from y'all. What do you guys think of this story? Are you here for these rumors that's going on? Because let's just continue to call it a rumor until it comes out of Matt Reeves' mouth. I mean, so far, James Gunn hasn't denied it. Matt Reeves, I guess, is busy filming the movie, so he don't have time to address it. But everybody's always got time to get on social media. Just leave it alone. Let him say what he say. What do y'all think of this film? Are you excited even more now that you're hearing these rumors and what they possibly could be bringing us in regards to this film? And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing like what Scarlett Johansson brings to the role as well, because she just wrapped The Exorcist. Now she over in the UK filming this film. So Miss Mama's got a busy year ahead of her with all these roles and stuff. So yeah, I definitely want to hear from y'all. So let me know what your thoughts are on this story in the comments down below.